Hi, everybody. It is Lisa and Diane from Encompass Women's Health. We are so glad you're here. Like us, follow us, sign up for the email, all that jazz. Today, we are going to talk about nipples and nipple stimulation. Now, we all have them. Every time I say nipple, it always reminds me of Meet the Fockers. Oh, you can...
I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Exactly. You can milk anything with nipples. One of the reasons we decided to talk about nipples today was about like stimulation of nipples and like the sexual functionality of nipples. And the reality is like some people that's enjoyable and some people it's not, right? I'm one of those enjoyable people. So like if you took my nipples away from me, I'd be pretty sad. But essentially, what we're looking at is like, why? Why do nipples feel good? Nipples are made of the same tissue of our clitoris. And so it's like an erectile thing. It has a lot of nerve endings like our clitoris. Both men and women can have stimulation with it. Some people can have an orgasm just with nipple stimulation.
Wow.
Did you know that like when I was working labor and delivery, like nipple stimulation to help uterine contractions? Because it releases oxytocin.
Oh my gosh.
It's considered an erogenous zone. Again, like I must watch way too much TV, like the Monica scene, like from Friends. And she's like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 7, 7, 7. Exactly. I was like, I wonder if that was nipple. It might have been, but probably, I don't know. Anyways, releases nitrous oxide. So like vasodilates as well too. It releases dopamine into the system. So like, oh, this feels good. I want to do this again. That's what dopamine does. That's what an orgasm does. So like orgasms release dopamine, which makes us want to do it again. Like, so there has to be a purpose, right? If we're not having orgasms with intercourse, it turns into like, well, why? Why do I want to do this?
Right.
What's interesting with nipples, there's a bonding thing with our nipples as women. Their functionality is to feed our children.
Right.
Really what it is, but it's a bonding mechanism. And from like a anthropological standpoint, raising children is extremely challenging and can be very difficult, but it helps you connect with that newborn and it helps you feel connected to them. So that in that aspect, it's not a sexual thing. It's like, I am bonded to you.
Right.
When I breastfeed, I release oxytocin, which is a connective hormone. It also is going to release dopamine, where it's going to again, it's more of a love thing on that aspect of like, I feel connected to you. It helps me bond to you. So now I feel responsible. I'm not just going to leave you. You can totally have an orgasm from just nipple stimulation. And again, that's like a whole reason. I think there was an intention for all of it. And so it's like more than one way to have an orgasm, more than one way to feel connected to someone. And I think that's the hard part is like, it can be sexual and it can just be connection. Two totally different things. So it's not like every time I breastfed my kids, I got off. Like that's not at all what happened. And in fact, I would say in that time of my life, that was all that was happening. Like I didn't, my focus was different. Like anyone else touching my nipples, I would like get the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
I don't want that sort of thing. So, but it's a very normal part of our sexuality, and men too. Yes, clearly they're not breastfeeding, but they still have that erectile contractility of the nipples. It's the same as their prostate. It's like made from the same tissue.
Okay. So when your nipples are poking out, basically you've got an erection.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's connected to like our sensory cortex. Like it's all of the nerve endings. Yeah. Well, mine are always hard.
I know. Well, so I had a breast reduction 10 years ago and I can't control them. They're just always at attention. And for a long time, I couldn't feel anything. And I was really sad. That's gone away. It took like 5 or 6 years, but finally.
It's the same area of the brain that like the clitoris does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's fascinating. What about the areolas? I know they come in all different shapes and sizes. Is that just part of how we're made? There's nothing wrong or be ashamed of?
And then I can't remember, it's like blocking, but they're like around the areola. There's like little glands around there. And that's like for, a lot of times it's smell and scent. We don't utilize it the way we used to, but like babies do. They can smell their mom. They can pick out their mom. It's a sense, it's a connection thing. So if we don't need that really anymore, but babies know who their mom is because of they can smell them.
That is fascinating. So then why do we get hairy nipples as we get older and go through menopause?
Oh, that's a hormonal thing. I mean, that's 100%. I mean, like, like that fluctuations in the hormones, not enough. Like you've got more androgenergic, so more boy-y. I mean, so this is where it's hard, when people, there isn't a differentiation. This isn't a male hormone or a female hormone. Like we all have the same hormones. Men have estrogen, testosterone. We have estrogen, testosterone. Like we have the same hormones. It's just different, a difference of it. So, essentially, you could go with the fact like, okay, I'm 52 years old. Why am I breaking out? Well, my testosterone levels are disproportionate right now to my estrogen levels. And again, like monthly. Which by the way, those little circle things that kids wear, they fucking work.
Do they?
Hyaluronic acid. Yeah. Just so you know, I had a honk in one there, a honk in one there. My daughter was like, Mom, use these. And I was like, dang. Sometimes especially as we're older, why am I breaking out? Well, your testosterone's a little higher than your estrogen right now. That's why. Like, so hair around the nipples. Yeah. And some people that's genetic too. You know what I mean? I'm Scottish. So I'm a little different, but I'm, Italian. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely noticed I'm hairier now than I've ever been in my entire life. And it's really, it's been a bit of a mind twister.
Yeah. Well, and then just again, like for myself, like here,
right.
That's genetics and hormones.
Genetics and hormones. What about nipple kink? And you've kind of explained it, right? It's an erogenous zone. So some people like to have clamps or teeth or ice cubes or, wax, whatever, dropped along the nipples because it's stimulating. And I think sometimes in this purity culture that we can get taken away in, that it becomes the shame to that, or you're dirty, and you've talked a lot about that. No, it's just, two consenting adults can basically do whatever they want as long as you feel safe, and creating that environment to say, yeah, I do like this. What would you recommend as ways to get to know your nipples a little bit more?
I think to me, self-exploration is probably the best. Like what do you like? How do you like to be touched? It's funny when you touch the way you like to be touched. I don't think people necessarily know that. So like if you do you like something soft, I will come up to my kids and clearly not sexual, but just like I like it when people like slow like this. I think that feels really good. So I do that to them. So they like that, I like soft touch. But there are times where I like it to be like in a sexual manner, like rougher. Nipples aren't one of those things for me though. Like to me, it's like gentle, soft. I like that. Some of it you just have to do and be able to verbalize to your partner, like that's too hard, or like slow that down. And sometimes it is slow that down. Like it doesn't have to be a big discussion. I think as long as we're communicating and we know that we're communicating with someone who's listening as well too. I would say generally speaking, all partners want to do things well. I would say like generally speaking, it's like, I want you to enjoy this as much as I enjoy it. So you listen and, like you hear what your partner's saying.
Okay. That completely makes sense. There's lotions and oils or lube. You can use those on your nipples too to kind of get everything a little easier to explore.
Like one of my things I think is cool, like if you have time, like lay in like wherever, just like quietly in your own, like just even have a sexual thought of just complete nipple stimulation. Whether it's your partner or whether it's someone make believe in your head, you'd be surprised if you just sit and think what you can think things and have an orgasm as well too. And just having that real can be extremely helpful and like erotic. So
yeah,
go for it.
And I think that's a good reminder that your orgasms come from your brain.
You're actually stimulating the cerebral cortex in your brain, which is like, so I think I forget who said it, but it was like the biggest sexual organ is between your ears.
Yes.
And so you can make things happen or not. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing I think when it comes to sexual play or anything like that is to not be so caught up in everything.
taking that time for yourself, and it's part of self-care. And while yes, it's important to schedule sex and making sure that you're adequately taken care of, for individual pleasure, just music, bubble bath, whatever you can slow your mind down, because that's really when the magic happens.
Oh yeah, we have to, it's us. I mean, and as women, I think we have said this before, like, we are multitaskers we are amazing. And this is the one thing that we do not need to not multitask on.
No.
Like, we need to sit and just think about what we're doing.
Yes.
Instead of everything else, because we all do the same thing. When this is done, I'm going to do this and this. I have to go there. What do I need at the grocery store? It has to be
complete focus.
Complete focus. So I don't think I'm crazy or alone, but yeah.
I have a secret naughty playlist that's really awkward when my kid's like, "Hey mom, let's listen to Spotify." And I'm like, "Oh wait, hold on."
That's awesome.
Thank you for educating us on nipples and our erotic zone.
Yeah.
Go play with your nipples, ladies.
Play with your nipples. Or not.